Hi guys, it's Granny Tana speaking. Welcome to this FS22 news video. In this video I'll show you the new machines that we got with the patch to the version 1.9.1. Yeah, so we've got two Massey Fergusson tractors and 4 baling machines, from Massey Fergusson and 2 from Fendt. And first we have a look on the machines as they are standing here. Then we go to the shop for all the data and facts. And then we go out to the field and see the machines working. Yeah, here we have the Massey Fergusson 6S. Yeah, and we get it in different versions, so with a smaller engine and a bigger engine. And maybe I just go inside and sit down, look from the inside. Here we have this special exclusive chair that is much more expensive than the cheaper chair, but maybe there are also some other aspects of the inside that make the big difference in the price. So here we have screens, which is very interesting, and so that shows us that it's a new machine, really modern tractor, and a small tractor for your friend. Yeah, let's go outside again. And the model is made flawless, like usually from Giants. With their machines, they are really doing it perfect. And for the newer machines, they get the CAD files to make it really like the model in reality. And only for older machines they have to go there and have to take photographs and film it and so on and so forth. But the newer machines, yeah, they get all the data that is needed. So now we go to the next tractor. This is a 7S, so the next bigger model. And here we can see this big chair also. Yes, now we sit in the bigger machine. From here you can't even see a big difference. The smaller one even looks wider at the front, so this is narrower than this one. But the 7S is a little bit higher and it has much more power. So let's go inside. Here we have the same screens and such, and this exclusive special chair. And let's go outside again. Yeah, very nice machines. And then we have 4 baling machines, 2 for round bales with a wrapper and 2 for square bales without a wrapper, as it is usually the case. And 2 of Massey Fergusson and 2 of Fendt. And maybe you can concentrate on the round balers, and I go from one to the other. Here you see the round baler. And then we go to the Fendt round baler. And can you spot the difference? Yes, one is red and one is green. And on one we say, can read Massey Fergusson and the Massey Fergusson logo, and on the other the Fendt logo. And let's have a look on the square balers. This is very typical. You could concentrate on this black centerpiece. And here now the Fendt. And can you spot the difference? Yes, the same. One is red and one is green and different writings. So maybe you ask yourself, why does Massey Fergusson and Fendt machines look so much similar? That is because they are in the end the same enterprise. They both belong to AGCO or AGCO if we spell all the letters. And this is the second biggest agricultural manufacturer in the world as far as I know, behind John Deere, which is the biggest. And AGCO, I always say AGCO, maybe you say different. Yeah, they are known in the FS world for producing weights. So we have several weights with this brand, but I don't know other machines from them. But somehow they must have had money, because they bought Massey Fergusson and Fendt and even Valtra and a lot of other agricultural manufacturer. And yeah, now they produce for some of those brands nearly the same machines, as you can see, but brand them different. And you can see this as well if we go into the shop to the harvesters. We have the Ideal, and one is of Massey Fergusson and the other of Fendt. And we have another one, the bigger one, and the same. So it's nearly exactly the same harvester, but one is Massey Fergusson, the other is Fendt. And I think it's a good concept, because they save a lot of development costs. They only need to develop the machine once, and they can sell it in two different brands. And in America, I think there are a lot of farmers who like Massey Fergusson, and then they tend to buy a baler from Massey Fergusson. And in Germany, especially in Germany, there are a lot of farmers who are really into Fendt, and then they maybe would never buy a Massey Fergusson, but they always would buy a Fendt. And for sure there are still offices and so in each country for the respective brands, but they all belong to the same big enterprise. Yeah, and now we go to the shop and have a look on the... Oh, no, we go behind, have a look there. So here, this all looks very complicated. Here is the wrapping unit, and there is the special bale turner. I think in the shop I will see the right word for it, because you can configure this baling machine with and without this turning unit. But this is very useful for round bales. And for the square bales we don't have this turner, because the square bale don't tend to roll away. It's just square. And it's not usual to have a wrapper attached to a square baler, and maybe because the bales are pushed out one after the other and you don't need to stop when baling with this. So now we can go to the shop, and the first one is in the small tractor area, and as you can see, we already have a very small Massey Fergusson, very cheap one, and we have Massey Fergusson tractors all over the place. So this is the smallest one. Then here we have the next one, and we have older models and newer models. Those are a little bit older, but they are still modern tractors with the 4 numbers here. And here, this is the first of the new generation, so to say. It's a 5S, and then here comes the 6S, and it is there. It is as if it has been there forever. So we don't have a special DLC that we need to download for that. It is just included in the game. And it starts with 135 horsepower, and then you can go up each 10 horsepower and up to 180 horsepower. And then you have to pay $22,500 more than with the smallest version. And the base price is already 113 euros or dollar. Yeah, it has, you can drive 50 kilometers per hour, which is nice and modern. And then you can choose the wheels as per usual. And then we have this exclusive interior setup. You pay $10,000 for it. And if I deactivate it, the efficient, then the seat is much smaller. And let's check whether the screens, they are there only in the exclusive. Yeah, so it's not only the seat that changes, but the screens and all this stuff. And then we have different designs. This is the standard version, and this is the anniversary edition in gray. Okay. And we have the front mounting 3-point, and you have to pay $5,000 extra for this, or you don't have anything, or weights in different sizes. Yeah, so up to 820 kilos. And you can put a front loader attacher and a license plate if you so wish. And to see the other Massey Fergusson, here are none anymore, but for the medium tractors, it already starts with the older version of this one. And then we have this new one, the MF7S already. And yeah, this is the one we just got. It starts with 155 horsepower and it goes up until 210. So it's a smaller version of a medium-sized tractor somehow. Yeah, and you pay, in the bigger version, you pay $168,000 and the base price is $125. Here we can choose the wheels, and we have this exclusive interior. And to be honest, and it's not only the interior, I think this is changing too. So here the roof is changing. And yeah, for the driving in FS22, you don't need the exclusive stuff. So if you are just driving with your tractor and you want to use it as a toy or something to pull your trailers, then you don't need the exclusive version. But if you want to sit inside and have the feeling you have a modern tractor with screens and such, then you have to pay this extra 10,000 bucks. But for the gameplay, I think it's not really needed. And they have the same design option with the gray here, and the same options with the front mounting. So without 3-point and instead with weights. And front loader attacher and license plate. And now we go to the balers. And here they are, both of them. And when you see them like that, you really see there is hardly any difference. So, and I think it's rather small for a baler wrapper machine, but maybe I'm wrong. It just gives me the feeling that it is smaller than other baler wrapper machines. And here you can choose the wrapper design, either like so or with a bale on end turner. Yeah, there you have this little wheel and some metal, and then it turns just by physics without any mechanical special turning thing. It's just it's turned by these bars here. And you can choose the foil color and a license plate. Yeah, the cost is 84,500 bucks, and the same is for the Fendt. And you can have the bale on end turner as well. And then we have the bigger machines. Here you see the Case baler and the New Holland baler. They look rather similar too. That's because they belong to the same enterprise as well, but not to the Agco concern, but to I think it's Case IH. It has eaten up New Holland. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. And here we have the Massey Fergusson and Fendt baler, square balers. And we can choose different wheels and the license plate. And it's you have to pay your price. It's 164,000 bucks. So it's really expensive, and you need a tractor with at least 275 horsepower. So a big medium-sized tractor, not such a small one like the 7S. Here the same with the Fendt. Okay, and now we go to the field and then work a little bit to see them in action. For the small balers, I have the new small tractor with the highest horsepower. Here, this is the 6S. And there we have the Massey Fergusson baler with turn on and baler. A long word with this special feature to turn the bale. Okay, so I just activate it. So, and now let's go. Oh, and before I forget it, we can change the bale size from 125 centimeters to 150 centimeters and back again. So it's nearly full. And it starts wrapping. And then if I press Z, here you can see the mechanical trick. It's just that it is turned a little bit. So I just drop it and then zack. That's the simple magic. And now we do the same with the Fendt baler. So now, here we are. And then the same trick. Let's check whether you can turn on automatic drop if you so wish. Then you don't need to press the Z key. Z key. Yeah. Okay, now let's go to the square baler. And maybe you ask yourself, why a Fendt tractor here? A Fendt 942 or what is this? Yeah, that's because the square balers need a tractor that is stronger than the Massey Fergusson 7S that we got. And therefore I thought, okay, then I just take the Fendt tractor, this strong one, a good one, 942. This has a lot of horsepowers. And I took the Massey Fergusson tractors for the smaller bales and now the Fendt for the bigger. And in the video what shows us this new machines, there is a Fendt tractor too that pulls the bigger balers. And some people ask, why do we see a Fendt tractor when there is no Fendt tractor in this new update? Yeah, that is because of this reason, because we need a stronger tractor for pulling these machines. So, and I would say in the end, those machines and tractors are nothing really special, but I like to have them, so it completes the machines that we have in FS22. Not that it is completed now, but it further completes it, if you know what I mean. And I very like that we get free content updates every now and then, and I enjoy this really a lot. So somehow we get free content updates nearly every day from the mod up, and sometimes free content updates with official machines for the base game. Yeah, here this bale just dropped. This is normal for a square baler. And here we have the other one. It works exactly the same. And if you like to have your Massey Fergusson farm or your Fendt farm, then you have additional machines. So, yeah, it always takes some time for those square bales. Oh, you can change the size. Now this is 220 centimeters to 240 and down to 180 smaller version. Oh, no, that was the wrong key. Yeah. So, that's pretty much it. I wish you a wonderful day and a lot of fun with these new free machines. Thank you for watching and all the best. Till next time. Tschüss.